Same thing, only the cursing and deluded part differ slightly, but the message remains: Christians and Jews are deluded. Sincerely, Almighty Dude of Religion of Tolerance. According to Islamic belief, Allah is the same God of the Jews and the Christians, the God of the Bible. And therefore, whenever the Quran says Allah, it means the God of the Bible too. The Quran is pretty much correct about what Christians believe, that the Messiah, Jesus, is the Son of God. Well, at least it got that one right. What it is not correct about at all is the first part of the verse, that Jews say Ezra is the son of Allah. This verse confuses everyone, even Muslims. So much that you can see Muslims online asking what this Quran verse is, and what we are supposed to do with the weird information.
One of David Wood's boyfriends, Apostate Prophet, who's now, oh yeah, I'm so cool, I got an earring, which is kind of gay for someone like him to have an earring. But anyways, basically he's saying that the Quran, chapter 9, verse 30, is an error because no Jews believed Ezra is the son of God. Basically, there are two responses to this claim. One response is that some pre-Islamic Jews actually taught that Ezra was the son of God. So before Muhammad was even born, there were some Jews saying that Ezra was the son of God. And the second response, and this is the one I personally favor, is that some Arab Jews in Medina believed that Ezra was the son of God. Keep in mind that the Jews of Medina were not Israeli Jews, but they were Arab Jews. They were either Arabs who converted to Judaism or some form of Judaism, or they were immigrants from other countries who intermixed with the Arabs. And so these Arab Jews were not Israeli Jews. These were the Jews of Medina were Arab Jews, and some of them believed that Ezra was the son of God because they had non-Orthodox beliefs about the Old Testament. So basically, getting to the first point, that some Jews believed this before Muhammad or before Islam. If we read 4 Ezra chapter 2, verse 42 to 48, it says there were some Jews who were teaching that Ezra was the son of God. So basically, there were some Jews, before the rise of Islam, before the Prophet Muhammad was even born, that were teaching that Ezra was the son of God. And 4 Ezra was written, I think it was written at least 200 or 100 years before the birth of Jesus. So there was some kind of belief in Israel, in ancient Israel, that Ezra was the son of God, and the reason why is because he restored the Torah, or he edited the Torah. So that's why the Jews that's why the Israeli Jews, some of the Israeli Jews believe that Ezra was the son of God, but this is not found in the canonical Old Testament books. So, but it still proves the point that there were some Jews who believed that Ezra was the son of God before the rise of Islam. As for the Arab Jews in Medina who believed that Ezra is the son of God, basically there were only some Arab Jews who believed this, not all. And I have the references on the screen there. Ibn Abi Wahab, in his book Kitab al-Tawheed, pages 121 to 122, he records that a group of Jews in Medina were saying Ezra was the son of God. So only a group of Jews were saying this in Medina. According to Al-Qurtubi in his Tafsir al-Qurtubi, or Al-Jamal, volume 7, page 116, the Quran chapter 9 verse 30 does not talk about all Jews, rather a specific group of Jews who are living in Medina, which was a city in Arabia. And we find further confirmation in according to Tabari in Jamil al-Bayan and Tawil al-Quran, in other words, Tafsir al-Tabari, volume 14, pages 201 to 203. There were some Jews such as Finas ibn Ezra and Salam bin Miskam who said that Ezra was the son of God. So basically there were some Arab Jews, such as Finas ibn Ezra and Salam ibn Mashkem, who actually said that Ezra was the son of God. Regardless, according to the Arabic linguistics, according to Al-Qurtubi, the Arabic linguistics, in the Quran chapter 9 verse 30, it's not talking, or the Quran chapter 9 verse 30 is not talking about all Jews, rather a specific group of Jews. In this case, the specific group of Jews were in Medina, saying that Ezra was the son of God. So not all Jews believe this, just a specific group of Jews, according to Tafsir al-Qurtubi and according to the Arab linguistics. So keep in mind, in Arabic, the linguistics or the rhetoric of the language allows saying people to mean some people. So that's the case here. We find further confirmation of only some Jews believing that Ezra was the son of God and not all of them in Sahih al-Bukhari 7439, where according to that hadith, it states that some Jews believed Ezra was the son of God. Some, emphasis on some and not all of them. So this refutes the idea that the Quran is in error when it says that the Jews believe this, because according to the Islamic literature, only some Jews believe this. So, in order to understand what the Arab Jews in Medina were believing, we have to go to the Quran and the Islamic sources, because as F.E. Peters points out, who is a non-Muslim scholar on Islam, he says the only way we can understand what the Jews were believing in Medina is to consult Islamic literature, because we don't have the writings of the Arab Jews in Medina. So conclusion, the Quran chapter 9 verse 30 is talking about some Jews in Medina. It's not talking about all Jews, just some Jews in Medina who believed that Ezra was the son of God, not all of them. Thus, the Quran is not in error here. So according to Qurtubi, according to Al-Tabari, according to Kitab al-Tawhid, there were some Jews in Arabia who believed that Ezra was the son of God. That doesn't mean all of them believed it. It's just some of them. The Quran chapter 9 verse 30 is talking about some of the Arab Jews who are saying this. It's not saying all Jews believe this. And keep in mind that there were some pre-Islamic Jews who held this belief, according to 4 Ezra. So stay tuned. The final videos are coming up. Which will lead to the series finale of this channel. So stay tuned. A lot more good stuff is up ahead.